Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about floor functions. So floor functions are a type of stepwise function. Before we get into its exact definition, I just want to show you guys kind of what it really does. So as we know, functions are kind of like a machine. You give it an input, it spits out an output, and the output depends on how the machine works. So first of all, we represent a floor function with the following symbol. Now let's say the input that we put in is the number 2. If we evaluate this function for 2, the output, the thing that it spits out after it undergoes all the things inside the machine, is 2. Nothing that too special. We're just playing around with it right now. But let's say we put in a number with a decimal behind it. 2.1, for example. Then the output, in this case, would still be 2. All right, let's try something else. What if we put 2.9? Can you guess what it will be? Well, if you guessed that it was 2, you'd be correct. That's right, it's all 2. So does it just always spit out 2? No, it will spit out other numbers too. So let's try, how about 3.001? What will it spit out then? Well, it turns out then the output would be equal to 3. Okay, I think it's about time we actually give the actual definition. So here we have the official definition for floor functions. The floor function of a real number x is defined to be the greatest integer less than or equal to x. So x is basically the input that we're plugging in. And what it's spitting out, or the floor function is spitting out, the output will be the greatest integer less than or equal to x. So when we had 2.1, when we had the floor of 2.1, that is, the greatest integer that was less than 2.1 was 2, right? Because the next greatest integer than 2 would be 3, and that's greater than 2.1. So you can't have it greater. It must be less than or equal to. So then the greatest integer would be 2. And since the condition is less than or equal to, when we evaluated the floor of 2, it was still 2, right? But once we got to 3.001, well, now the greatest integer less than this is no longer 2, because 3 is also less than this number, right? So then this comes out to becoming 3. So that's basically the definition of floor functions.